there are two. There are going to be two, but that might you'll line
it'll
it up.
be good enough. All right, I guess I should start with an introduction if this is a real podcast. So this is the Musty World podcast. Can you hear me?
Yep.
And normally I sit here, I just talk to myself, but now today we got our boy Jonathan. If he would like to speak or say anything.
Yes. I'm not sure how many audience members I'm talking to, or
We'll just say like 20.
if I've ever met any of these people. If I've ever met you, nice to see you again. If I haven't, nice to meet you.
Yeah, this will be a good spot to like sell your merch and stuff like that.
Oh, great.
So I guess we should like dive into that, you know.
I didn't
what
prepare,
are you? What are you? What would you label yourself?
Oh,
What,
I hope
what
not
do you
to.
do?
I wish I could. I wish I couldn't. I wish I didn't have to, but
Oh, okay. You don't have to.
I guess I'm a human person here living on the Earth planet.
That's pretty dope. That's what I think I am too.
That's the truth as far as I know it. I am a human on the planet Earth. I label myself as that.
And what do you like more? Do you like music or like comedy? What do you think?
To be to perform, which one do I prefer to perform?
Yeah, which
or
one
to
perform?
consume? I think both can be pretty exhausting,
Really?
but definitely.
Would you prefer like being an audience member or like a stand-up comedian?
I wish I could just go onto a stage and not do anything at all, and people would want to see it.
You think one day you could get there?
We can hope.
I could see
I'm getting
that,
closer and closer and closer to just doing just nothing.
Man. Yeah.
That's my
I
end
wish
goal,
you,
is to do as little amount of work possible for the most amount of money.
I wish I was as funny as a pineapple.
Wait, what's it? Everything's funny about a pineapple, I guess.
It's kind of like it's really up to you what you think's funny about the pineapple itself.
Cool.
An old friend of mine, his dad told me that my head looked like it was shaped like a pineapple, and I never understood what that meant.
Did you have a spiky hairstyle?
Nope, not spiky. It kind of looked like the same way it does now. Which people say I look like a few people out there in the world. You could take a guess who.
What do you think about pineapple on pizza? Have they talked about this on a podcast ever, you think? Do you ever think they talked about Hawaiian style pizzas?
Not on my podcast. We have not talked about this subject of pineapple on pizza. And I'd have to say,
ever had a swine apple?
Is that like a pig pineapple?
Yeah, it's some kind of pork roast. Yeah, it's like wrapped. It's a pineapple wrapped up into lots of different pork parts.
Interesting. I've never heard of such a thing. But back to your question. No, I would never put pineapple on a pizza. It's kind of just like weird, you know.
I used to really like pineapples and banana peppers as the pizza. Those are the two pizza toppings.
Yeah, I'm more of a meat guy, but I like banana peppers. I'm just like, why?
That makes sense.
Why put pineapple on a pizza? What's the purpose? It's kind of like putting salad on pizza. Would you put an apple on pizza?
No.
Exactly, dude. So that's
or
about as
pine
weird.
needles. I wouldn't put pine needles either, but I would put pineapple.
Pine needles, huh? Yeah, I'm just thinking of fruits. Would you put banana on pizza?
Banana peppers.
How do they make banana peppers? Do you know?
Yeah, they take bananas, and then they put them in like a salt vinegar solution for a long period of time.
Really? So it's kind of
Yeah,
like making a
sliced
pickle.
bananas. Yep.
You know quite a bit about this. About this.
Well, that was a joke.
Oh,
They're,
really? I thought you were
they're
being
but
serious.
no, banana peppers are a type of pepper.
Yeah.
It's not a banana like the fruit banana.
You ever do a podcast?
I've been a guest on a few podcasts.
Which podcast you been on?
The one
Are,
with
are they all comics?
the three brothers, Lloyd and Luke and Cody. Those
Wait,
three brothers.
They're brothers? They're not brothers.
I think so.
I
Yeah.
don't think they are. I know who you're talking about. They call
I did
themselves
that
the Bastards.
Yep. And
Yeah.
I did a comedy podcast with Luke and Lauren.
Nice.
How I learned to stop worrying and love the bomb cast.
Whoa, I just found that today. You been on there?
Oh, yep.
Why is,
It's named after what?
why is this so hard to find? It's like they put the Patreon link instead of the actual link.
Maybe
So-
it's because the name of the podcast is the subtitle of a popular movie. So maybe
is.
when you search for that, maybe did you put podcast at the end or like?
I got to do that because it was literally that Doctor Strangelove movie title.
Yep.
That was, I've seen you on the Bastard podcast before. So
What do you think? Was that was a fun time? That was the time when I was guilty by association and not allowed into that bar, Junkers Tavern in
Really?
Northside. But I went there last night and I'm allowed.
Who were you
allowed back.
associating with?
Well, that's not necessarily the point of the.
No, I mean, like, what were they doing?
Well, I had a friend who is very pro-life who was singing at the karaoke,
That makes sense.
and she said on the microphone about like something about how babies who aren't
And-
able to sing. It was specific to the song, but
And being in Northside,
they
makes
didn't
it
like
a
that.
problem.
Yeah. I think freedom of speech is important even at karaoke, even at open mic. I think being irresponsible is very possible. People are silly. People are.
Cool.
Uh,
Let me ask you something. Do you like when people just ask you a bunch of questions about yourself, or do you like to just kind of hang and let it flow out?
whichever. I have time.
You've got time? Cool. I've got some time too, actually.
So,
So
hey, listeners out there, if you have some time, let's take some time.
I suppose like a proper introduction should be done, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So if someone's like, "Who are you?" what would you probably tell them when they ask you?
If someone just comes up to me and says, "Who are you?" I'm going to back away.
Okay.
Right?
You're not going
I think I
to
would do
respond. You're not going to respond at all?
Who are you? I'd slide back like this. I'm in a rolling chair. It's fun for effect.
Okay, so he scares you, says, "Who are you?" Then he says, "What's your name, sir?"
I would say, "Well, are you a police officer? Why are you detaining me?" That's what I would say.
He says he's not a cop, but he kind of looks like he could be a cop. But he also says,
I actually had an interesting experience in Philadelphia. Maybe like 2016. I was walking down the street in Kensington. It's like a rough part of town down there. and I'm walking by myself, and this guy pulls his car out in front of me, and like cuts me off in the intersection, like in an alleyway down on the sidewalk. He like cuts me off on the, you know what I mean? Like stops his
Yeah.
car right in front of where I'm walking in an alleyway. He gets out of the car. He's like, "Get against the wall," and then I said, "No." And he
What
said,
was
"Oh,
he?
tough guy." He said, "Oh, tough guy," and I said, "No." He said, "Get against the wall now," and I said, "No." And I just was walking the whole time I was saying no,
Hey,
and then I just walked home.
I
But I
found
can't, I don't know if he was a police
Philadelphia.
officer
Is that where you
or if
said
he
you were?
was.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, I lived in Philadelphia,
Now, were
2015,
these
20 early 2021.
nice? Were these white people?
That guy was a white man. Yeah, he was like
Yeah.
a real fat, bald guy with a like mustache and a leather jacket.
Yeah, I was just gonna say white people in Philly, they're a different breed, you know. They like sports and fighting.
Philadelphia in general, people are very different than they are in Cincinnati. It's a whole different type of interaction.
What do you like more,
Um,
Cincinnati or Philly?
For what?
The people, I guess. Do you like friendlier people, or I guess there's attractions as well, so I don't know. It's a broad question.
People are friendlier in Philadelphia, in a weird way, but
Really?
they're also not in another way. I don't know. It's
You
hard to
ever
explain, but
you ever do comedy out of state?
yeah, a few times.
Where'd you go?
I have done. Which states have I done comedy in?
Yeah.
Most recently, Oregon is the last state
What?
that I. Well, I guess Kentucky. I guess is the.
True.
Uh, but
Kentucky's.
yeah, Oregon, Portland, Oregon. I was there in May, I think, of this year.
Did
And
you
I
head
did,
out there to do comedy, or were you just there?
Yep, a little bit of both.
That's pretty dope.
I figured I might as well, while I'm over there, try this room out and check out the clown room.
The clown room.
Yeah, I was there in Portland and Washington for like, I don't know, 9 days, and it was pretty fun over there. I had two comedy nights while I was over there.
Nice. How many open mics you do a week? Just like Cincinnati ones?
Well, when in my life I've done open mics at a lot of
Oh,
places, but
in your life, yeah, that's probably in the hundreds.
yeah, but recently I've just been doing stuff in Ohio and Northern Kentucky and Dayton. I've done
And you go just once a week or more than that?
2 times a week is my minimum for my
Really?
hanging out, just by default.
Do
And then
you
if I
like
have a show or
would you force yourself to go up every time? Or is that like the purpose of going is to just go up, not to watch?
both.
Yeah. Do you think when you go to watch a show that happens to be an open mic, do you find that you're always going up, or do you ever just watch an open mic?
In my life, I have gone to just watch open mics, but recently I'll go up every time because I took such a long break. I feel like it's kind of important to go, come back at it.
How long did you
consistently.
take off?
2016
Damn.
until just when I came back.
Oh, so this year?
Yep, for like February of this year, maybe March is when I started.
Holy crap. So do you still write all the time, or do you just like, did you stop writing too?
No, I did stop writing during that time, yeah, but I write every day now, definitely.
Yeah. Do you write at night or just in the morning when you get up?
No, it's I write down any ideas that I have, and I expand on them if I can. Um, Today I have this, like, it's like kind of like a journal. This will be fun for your video viewers. I'm blazing in the holy light of the Android machine here. It's a joke about motivational memes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like those.
Like this one that says, "One day someone will look at you the same way you look at the moon." And I thought this is so. In my notes here that I've written, it says this implies that no one already looks at you the way that you look at the moon, and it implies that only one person in your life is like what you should focus on being important. Is that a joke?
Nah, I don't think so.
It's a
so this
premise
is
that I
just
think
a
is funny.
okay. So is it just like a journal, like you're coming up with shit, or you're just like writing for fun? Are you like
What do you mean?
journaling just to make up comedy? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, it's like a comedy journal. Yeah, I won't always use everything that's in here, but it's like ideas that might turn into some kind of joke. But the
Yeah,
jokes
so
don't
you're
always
just a writer
come,
by
straight out of the box.
right. You're just like a writer by default. You just kind of like write. You enjoy writing. Do you?
I when I Yeah, I enjoy writing. I've only recently figured out like how it works for me, like in um figuring out how to be consistent. I think is what I never have done before.
Do you often do you use old jokes on stage when you feel like your new ones kind of aren't working?
Um,
Like just to get a laugh at least, you know?
you know the one about McDonald's?
Yeah, the fast food one.
That's an old one. Um, Most of them are new. What do you mean by old? Not brand
You've
new or
already
not
told them.
ever?
I guess multiple times, I don't know. I usually only tell a joke once, but that's just where I'm at right now.
Sure. Well, uh, pick one that you want to that works to be repeated. Like,
Yeah.
but then
I
do all
like
the rest of them are new, but keep one that you know is really good and like worth repeating
Yeah, I think I'm
and
going
do
through
keep
like a trial run, you know? Like record all my
cool.
shit and listen back to it after a while.
Yeah, I think that's really important.
You gotta let it marinate. You can't just like I hate just listening to it the day after, you know? It's kind of just like or watching the video is even worse, you know what I mean? Just seeing yourself. Well, you're probably used to it, but I'm like really early, so like I hate just
It's
looking
like
at it.
looking in the mirror. Do you mirror gazing is something that is it's a magical technique, a divination technique. Mirror gazing.
Was it to make you less
Looking
nervous?
It's for lots of things. I guess the old-fashioned way to do it is to like receive visions through the mirror.
I don't have a problem looking at myself. It's just when I'm in front of an audience, I get like I don't want to rewatch it because I know how awkward I felt on stage. You know.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's a lot like looking in a mirror, is what I mean.
I always feel like, and I know this is common, but I always feel like at some point everyone's just like, I hate this guy. Can we get him out of here? Even though everyone feels like that, so I don't know.
Yeah, you can do that, self-fulfill that. If you think that you are the guy that nobody likes, then you're going to act like the guy that nobody likes. And nobody likes the guy who's acting like the guy that nobody likes.
I'm not
You know what I
trying to
mean?
act like the guy though. I think I was at first, but now I'm just like, how can I be funny for the whole family, you know? For the boys and the girls.
Confuse everybody. That's my tactic.
It's true. Never know which angle you're coming from. That's a good point.
My friend thought that my abortion joke is pro-life, but it's not.
Oh. Do you want to tell it?
The joke?
Yeah.
It's like abortion, right?
Always
Clap,
gets
clap,
a
clap,
laugh.
clap. Standing ovation. Clap, 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 clap. And then, use of silence, awkward silence here.
course.
This is part of the joke. Give it a minute to marinate, as you say. I don't know if you've heard the character Rachel from the television show Friends, or your local neighborhood turf. TERF, turf. Do you know what is a turf? Huh?
It's a new one to describe undesirable woman.
A turf is a trans exclusionary
Holy
radical feminist.
Dude, does that mean they're a guy
feminist,
or a girl?
a feminist, both, either. A feminist who does not consider trans women or some lesser version or something.
I might be a feminist.
Read about it, look into it, and decide for yourself. But the joke is, I don't know if you've heard the character Rachel from the television show Friends or your local neighborhood turf use the phrase, no uterus, no opinion. But what about women who've had a hysterectomy? What about trans women? What about men who are pro-choice? Weren't they all fetuses once?
This takes a lot
That's
of
the joke.
thinking.
Yeah, it's exhausting and confusing.
They thought it was a
It's
pro-life
not taking
joke.
It's not taking any stance. In my opinion, it is just, or what I'm trying to do, is just play with the idea of like something that's tense in the world, and like shaking it up a little bit so that it's a little less tense.
You feel like some comedians are kind of like a full of themselves, like they just kind of want to do their open mic and then just walk out. Like that kind of. Not too many of them seem to be a good audience member. I'm starting to realize.
I try my best to watch the show. To like try to sit down. I'm outside more often than I'd really like to be, but I try my best to be supportive and watch as much of the show as I can. But that's a lot to ask everyone to do that, I think.
Yeah.
It's a lot to, it's so much time and so much, I don't know what to call it, emotional labor.
True.
In a way.
True. Like you are just waiting for your chance to go up there. And
maybe not. I hope not.
It seems like no, I don't think you do. I think you enjoy it. Maybe it's just me who's just watching everyone else. Like they just, how a guy just gets off stage and leaves the room right after he goes up. It's kind of just like, I don't know.
Who knows for what reason? Everybody's got their own thing, Maybe they had a bad day, but they're still trying to get a set in.
Maybe I'm just too early. I need to like be red pilled on it already. I need someone to just red pill me on stand up so I can be like, fuck, this does kind of suck.
Is no pill an option? Could you have like killed Morpheus?
I think the better probably. I would go with blue pill, honestly.
I'll go no pill.
What if the blue pill is just like what do you call it? Like the type of pill that doesn't do anything.
A placebo?
Yes, a placebo. What if the blue pill is just a placebo? Or what if the red pill is a placebo?
Whoa. What a placebo?
Yeah. There's something.
Purple pill. The purple pill. The placebo.
Placebo. Holy shit. Could be onto something here.
Purple pill.
Do you think any of the boys, you think any of the comedy boys would listen to this or check it out?
Have you ever had a listener on this thing?
Yeah, I've got my friends listen, but as far as like
cool.
comedians, I don't have like comedian friends. I just have
Why not?
normal people.
Uh-huh.
I think I think I'm just trying to find the ones that are less annoying because they all got their own little autism,
Or
for lack of a better
schism.
word.
Schism. Not all comedians are autistic, but
I don't mean
all
they're autistic,
comedians
but
are
they all got
probably narcissistic.
for
in
sure
some way.
narcissism.
You have to be in some, at least a little bit, to
Obsessed
even
with
want to
yourself.
get up on the stage. A little bit.
But
Do you think
can
that you're asking me? Do I think that they would want to hear us talking about that? Probably not. But you'll find out.
The best way to get them to listen is probably just be controversial and like talk shit. Don't you think?
Huh.
And then we clip it, put it on like TikTok.
Best way to get them to listen is to get them all to gather in some large building. For some, they don't know why they're there, but you get them there and lock the door, and then turn it on the speaker. That's the best way to like ensure that they'll actually listen to it. Is like get them all in the same place and lock them in the room and play it.
Force them to listen to it.
That's maybe the best way to get them to listen to it one time.
Wow. I never thought I could do that.
You might not be able to trick them into it for episode 2.
I could do that. I could just pull up to a party and plug in my phone and just play the podcast to everybody.
It doesn't count the listeners on the algorithm doesn't count those.
I know,
that just counts as one.
I just like forcing them to listen to it, you know?
Uh-huh.
That idea is pretty fun. But not too
It's
many
called marketing.
Also, yeah, it's called marketing. Not too many people have a podcast that I know. You know what I mean?
I like being a guest, and I've tried to. Maybe back in like 2012, I did one episode of my own podcast.
I can't believe you've only did one episode.
I didn't do episode 2. No.
What happened on the first one? Was it tragic?
I mostly just like, you know what? I was a host of a radio show.
Oh, shit.
That's the old-fashioned version of the same thing.
That's cooler though.
It was public access though.
Does that mean it's not on the radio?
It was public radio. It is on the radio. It's just on 88.3. It's way back on the dial.
Is it on FM?
FM.
That's good enough.
It was. I haven't done it in a real long time. It's been.
So you still got that option to be on the radio?
Everybody does. It's public It's public access. You could go on the radio. You might have to get on the waiting list or whatever, but it's open. Yeah,
Never heard
it's
of
like
this.
an open mic.
Dude, that's
it's like
sick.
an open mic for the radio, but you got to jump through hoops and fill out some paperwork, wait in a line, make sure that they like approve your mission statement or whatever.
Are you trying to this might be random, but are you trying to like follow the rock star path, or do you just kind of want to live in Ohio and be a guy forever?
Neither of those, maybe.
That's pretty good. Get out of Ohio, but also like don't do drugs and fuck bitches.
Oh, I just mean that I could live in Ohio and not be a guy, not just some guy, just some random. I think you can be. I heard Peter Frampton lives in Cincinnati. I heard Scarlett Johansson is here. I heard Pauly Shore is in and out.
Really?
It's not where you're at. It's who you are, as far as I know.
Yeah, I'm wondering, do you want to pursue the comedy or the music more? Which one do you want to pursue more, or something else?
Um,
Which one do you
Activism
feel
has been a big
called
part of my
to?
life. Creative outlet, painting,
Really, painting.
acrylic painting is something I've been doing a lot since
Damn.
I moved back to Cincinnati. That's
So
something I
you're
really
just
like
kind
a
of,
lot.
are you just doing it for fun, do you think?
What, all that? Yeah.
Or just getting good at something? Like like stand up. Are you just trying to get good at it, or just have fun at it?
Both. I think I'm getting pretty good at it. I have my own very specific way that I do things. It's not traditional, but I think I'm. Like my joke says, I think I've found my voice.
Yeah, I still remember that joke. You say after 10 years you find your voice. So
Yep.
that means well, it's been 10 years for you. Did you find your voice?
Yep. The joke is now I'm working on content.
Oh shit, it kind of makes sense. Cause
It's it's
content is like the
it's
real
true.
work. Once you get
It's
to
kind of true that I did it the lazy, weird, backwards way. I didn't try real hard the first time. I just sort of went um, brute force method.
that's always good.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Oh
not
yeah,
always good.
it's kind of like trial and error.
It's like trial and error. Well,
But everything is a trial, though.
it's like if you it's the opposite of working smarter, not harder. You know what I mean? It's working harder, not smarter.
Yeah.
It's like you get results, you get things done, but you exhaust yourself using the brute force method.
That's one hell of a way to put it. Brute force method.
You know, it's the truth. It's a I think a computer term
Yeah,
and
that's
like
what I'm
maybe an
thinking of.
old fashioned. It's an old fashioned term.
Like a hacking term. Maybe.
Yep, it can be used in a
A brute
hacking.
force hack.
If you did a brute force hack, it would take a long time. It would get the job done, but it would take a really long time.
Okay, well, that makes more sense. Brute force. So now,
It's like
as far as. I'll let you go ahead. No, go ahead with your thought. I think I was just going to ask you something.
I don't remember what I was gonna say. I was drinking coffee.
Is that what that is? Coffee?
Yep. This is a mug from my mom's house. I don't know if your viewers can see. I'm not good at doing this. I'm not coordinated enough to do this.
Uh,
There we go.
what's it say?
Now you can't
Hometown?
see it. Yeah, it says hometown heroes.
Dog, your life is kind of just like grain. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like your entire life, if someone just watched you, it would just always be grainy.
Why?
And you're just that type of guy. Like, he's just a little grainy.
It's my settings I've got here on the camera.
No, your
Yeah, I
camera
put
looks
the
good. I think I'm just mean like your actual life. If someone were to watch you, it would be grainy.
granular. They're watching.
Yeah.
Granular.
Yeah. As opposed to like,
Hey, I'm granular, sure.
but back on, you threw me off with the brute force attack and then the coffee, and I got sidetracked. But you said
And we're back.
but dude, we just time warped. You said brute force attack, like take the long way, but it has a good outcome in the end.
It could. It
Essentially.
can. It
You
can.
can't.
It can get the
You
job
never
done,
really.
but
You just
it's
want to believe
wasting
that
resources. It's wasting resources that way.
you want to
That's the best
believe
way.
that it has a good outcome in the end. It may or may not. That's a sad thing
I
to
think
think
that's.
about.
I was trying to say that that was my old approach, was brute force method.
Oh yeah, that reminded me what I was actually gonna ask you. The content, like what? So now you have this new idea of content, and what is that to you? Like your joke
It's like,
content is gonna be funnier or better.
yeah, it's going to exist at all. Yeah. I
So
guess that's what I
just
was trying to say. It's like,
just jokes.
don't worry, guys. I'm getting started on some real material here, you know.
I'm trying to just pinpoint you, cause
Good luck.
I'm more of like the skits guy. You know what I mean? I'm better with like skits than
Cool.
jokes. So I'll make a YouTube video and that'll be fucking hilarious. But my stand up will just be like, that's pretty good. But
It's a skill. You can learn how to be better at stand-up comedy.
true. I think that's
Posture, confidence, keeping things simple.
I think that's the only reason I'm doing it, is to get good at it or get good at something else.
Yeah, it's good for you to feel accomplished, have something you
Yeah.
worked for and achieved.
But I'm wondering, do you always feel like shit even till the day you die?
I think that suffering might be part of life.
Is there? Yeah, I guess stand up does have its ups and downs, so I guess you gotta live up the ups and then kind of just be like, all right, I guess I gotta deal with the bad shit now.
Imagine your knees, you hurt your knees or whatever, and then you got to
Yeah.
do stand-up comedy.
That'd be tough.
You know what I mean? Like, that's probably why old man stand-up comedians are always like so pessimistic, because they're in pain from all the time on their feet.
Yeah, kind of like Bukowski. He was real like pessimistic in his old age.
Yeah, it seems like if you drink a lot, that might
Yeah.
make you sad about everything all the time.
Yeah, I stopped drinking a lot recently. It's going pretty well.
It's a good idea. Nice.
I smoked a little bit more than I normally do, though.
Weed or cigarettes?
Yeah, the marijuana.
Both.
No
Oh.
cigarettes. But yeah, I feel like every time I quit something, I have to replace it with another equally addicting substance. Chemical.
You're filling some void. Yeah,
Yeah.
getting over that tendency is the way. That's a hack.
It's easy to quit drinking though. Like I don't want to drink, but I want to smoke, you know.
Have you ever taken a break from weed and alcohol?
Yeah, I have for like a year and a half. Like last year I did.
What did you replace it with when you got rid of both of them?
Fucking candy and energy drinks.
Right.
And that's really coffee maybe.
That
really
was the
smoke
toughest one for me.
cigarettes.
I took a month off of coffee, and it was
Yeah.
I've quit smoking cigarettes cold turkey, and it makes me like I might have had a headache or something
Yeah.
the first day and might have been moody or something, but coffee was a whole different thing.
Yeah, I don't think you realize how dependent you are on coffee if you drink it every day.
Yeah, I'm back on it.
Back on the shit. It's kind of like you just get up and it's muscle memory. You just press the button and go.
Yep. The bean, I'm letting the bean decide for me.
Yeah.
It's not the best thing.
I
It's
usually
not the
get
worst thing.
usually get a good hour of like euphoria out of coffee, and then I'm kind of just like, all right, still feel like shit again.
It lasts for me a real long time. If I think it about now might be the very latest that I could drink coffee. I'll be up, too late by drinking coffee at 7.
Yeah, I think some people just don't care how late it is. They're just like, I want coffee. And then they can still sleep. So I don't know.
I just already still had some from earlier. I wasn't even thinking about the time.
So yeah, caffeine, coffee, and Red Bull for me. But like,
Mix them together.
nah, but I might, maybe one day. Nah, I just been
They had
drinking
a
like
coffee
Red Bull.
flavored. They had a coffee flavored Coca-Cola as a
Oh yeah, I
product
think
once,
they
but
do.
I didn't like it.
I tried like the diet one, so I can't really speak for how good it is.
I don't like artificial sweeteners.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Oh God, no, you're right. Especially in coffee. Not
I just
good.
drink black coffee.
Yeah, I'm more of a black guy when I'm at home. Did I?
Do you
Did you
think
already?
it's what?
Did you
Did I already
already?
what?
Did you already answer my question about? I had a second question. I think I asked you already, and I got lost again because I forgot what we were talking about.
Did you have notes?
I had mental notes, but I kind of like opened too many tabs at once. Now I'm trying to close them. But
Let's see. I'll open some tabs here.
oh, I was gonna ask you what your favorite open mic was, if it was the Chameleon or not, because I think that might be mine.
Can you hear this music that I'm playing?
No, I can't.
I think it's only playing through my. It's only detecting my microphone. Okay. I have the two that I go to all the time are the Hub and Chameleon. Those two are pretty comfortable for me. Those are the when you asked how many times a week do I do comedy, it was
Yeah.
those two.
So you do.
This is a pretty cool look for your viewers here. I really like looking like a poltergeist.
It's really like infrared, if you know what I mean.
It's just because I've pulled up.
Too many tabs.
Yeah, I pulled up too many tabs and I turned into an angel. I went to heaven. I put up too many tabs and I went straight to heaven here. Sorry.
You probably. I don't know how to let you know about my videos on YouTube. I think I'll put this on YouTube if that's cool.
What is your what's the username?
It's called Musty River.
MUSTY River YouTube.
Yep.
Misty River, walk me to the river official video.
Misty River.
Ain't the first time new me in my room ghosting 2/A live.
Oh, those are music. That's a musical artist.
Musty River musical artist. That's you?
It's the one with the pink background. It might be confusing because I have like 3 accounts. Let me see.
It's got like a surgeon as the. Do you have 76 subscribers?
That should be the
No,
one with
music.
122. It's the
This is music.
It's the one with podcasts and shit.
You gotta sue the musical artist.
Yeah, I should sue that Musty River guy.
Yeah, what?
Either way, I was gonna say it's mostly just me. So it's probably not like my podcasts by myself are pretty boring. But I also do
Here
skits.
it is. Podcasts, music, and tech.
Yeah, that's the one.
That infinite Mobius pyramid. What is that thing called? That little thing you got over there, the little logo.
The globe.
Huh?
I don't know.
It's like a Mobius pyramid.
Mobius pyramid. Never heard of it. Oh wait,
know.
yeah,
It's
I know what you're talking
your logo
about.
over here.
I stole that from somebody.
I see Anonymous.
Yeah, that was my last video.
What, oh, it is. That was your music.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know. Do you make music?
Rap music.
Cool.
So I can't really call it music. I'm trying to make better
Here,
beats.
wanna hear one of my rap projects?
Yeah, that'd be dope. You may have to send it to me. Also planned on listening to your music. I'm just not at the right mind state yet.
Yeah, I like playing music. You kept asking me
You gave me a CD of yours.
do I like music or comedy more? And I like playing music at home the most, maybe. I like that more than doing stand up or performing music live.
I knew it.
I think I like playing music at home.
I knew it. Stand up
That
was
might
just
be
a
my-
way to get on stage. That's what it is.
That's part of it, but that's not all it is.
I think that's why I do it, just to get up there and promote myself. Get on stage to promote the podcast and then kind of just like get off, you know?
I think it's good for you. Get out into the world, make some friends,
It
talk
definitely,
to people.
definitely helps making friends and just like community wise. Just talking to other weirdos
Yeah, I think-
like you.
I
like
think it's
yourself.
important. Oh, thanks.
Not
I guess I would
That's
take
why I
that
said.
as a
That's why I
compliment.
said yourself, because I meant not you. But I guess you fall in
I-
that category.
Yeah, I'll consider that a compliment.
You still looking for that song?
Yeah, I lost my rap album.
Damn, dude. That
I've got 'em.
sucks.
I've got a bunch of them. I'll send it to you another time.
Yeah, you
Um,
can send it to me later. I'll just
got-
put it in.
I've got lots of emo albums that I could just pull up for you real quick. I made all those on that Bandcamp page since I moved back to Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, your band.
I don't know how many I've made, like 20
I like
of them.
my music like I like my sex. Solo bedroom project.
What do you think of that? I think that title conveys loneliness in a humorous way.
I'm more concerned with the cover art actually.
Why?
Just what's
The Joker.
going on?
There's
exactly.
a bit of Joker imagery. It's hidden.
Joker imagery.
There's some Joker imagery, yeah.
I think this will be very funny. But also, I like to end strong as well as come in strong, you know?
Oh,
So, as much as like distracting as you are, I'm trying to tame my brain a little bit to keep us on track here.
Cool.
Not just looking at your picture, but it's fine. So yeah, the music side of things. You released an album. Was it like an official "I'm putting this out" day? Like Jonathan, because I didn't see you post anything about it. You definitely didn't share it. So,
oh, I did share it on my Instagram page.
oh, I didn't notice that. That's what I meant, Instagram.
Yeah, I put it on Instagram.
When did you release it?
I think the 5th.
That was yesterday.
Yeah.
You
Well, I
released it
didn't know-
yesterday?
Well, yeah, I didn't know if they're. Or do you upload it to immediately?
Oh, so you literally just released it like yesterday.
Well, it depends on what day they're listening. If they're listening to this tomorrow, then it was 2 days ago.
Oh, good point. Good. Yes. 2 days ago.
Will you put this out tomorrow?
Is tomorrow Monday? Yeah, I think so. I will have an initial podcast coming out in the morning. It's not a video or anything, but yeah, I could probably edit this by tonight and get it up tomorrow. My biggest
Cool.
problem is the upload speed. I got some terrible internet. It's kind of ironic because I'm the IT guy, you know. I got terrible
Do you
internet.
like working in that industry?
Yeah, it's probably like the best job for me. It's kind of like a failsafe in a way too. It's kind of like, oh, I got that to fall back on. You would
Yeah,
think it
we're
would
always
be
going to be
my.
using computers.
You would think it would
Is it
be.
networking?
Oh, I studied networking. Um, but the job itself, the job itself isn't too much networking. It's more of like remote help desk kind of thing. And
Just make sure to don't drink so much Mountain Dew that you start to. You remember Wall-E?
yeah, the movie.
Yeah, Wall-E. All of the
Yeah.
humans were sort of just like bubble bobbles.
Yeah, I've been drinking
Is
a
that
lot
ending
of
strong
pop.
by saying bubble bobbles? But
Oh, it's definitely
drinking
building it up.
bottles of bubbled um, Mountain Dew that ends the B's.
It's
Sorry.
definitely building it up pretty strong. Cause I'm picking up a soda addiction as well, so kind of falls in
Yeah,
the
I
theme.
think the classic trope. I think of you'll have a ponytail and a
Oh god.
soda gut in no time
And
if
like
you
a
don't watch out.
triple chin, and a neck beard,
Yeah, be careful.
and long
Yeah, you'll
hair.
have a neck beard and an earring and a ponytail and a polo shirt stained and a soda
Jesus.
gut. If you aren't careful, be careful.
Good
Stay strong
point.
out there.
I don't get too much outdoors, so good point.
Hey, it's good for you. A little bit of sunshine. Little bit of sunshine.
Fuck yeah. What do you think? Was there anything you wanted me to ask you that I just somehow couldn't get there? Right on the edge.
Oh, Gonzo,
Oh,
Musty. Why is it Musty River?
Whammo Gonzo.
You don't mean why am I? What questions do you have for me? I don't know. What
Oh, are you
questions do I have for
interviewing
you?
me or
Well, I didn't mean to, but
no? I was gonna ask you what you wanted me to ask you.
to ask me, ask me, ask me if I've ever been to McDonald's.
Okay, you ever been there to McDonald's?
To a McDonald's restaurant? Sir?
Yeah.
Yes, actually, once I went to the McDonald's restaurant and the cashier said, "Welcome to McDonald's. How may I help you, sir?" And then I told a joke about it.
Oh, isn't that the one where you ask for a job?
Yeah, ask for a job at a McDonald's restaurant.
And then you say, "Oh, you can't help me."
Have you ever worked for a fast food restaurant? I think it could be interesting.
Actually, I have, but I'm more interested in retelling your joke through my lens.
That's fun.
I've worked at Arby's as a boy. And an old lady's restaurant that's no longer there. She could be dead
Me
too.
too. My grandma used to own a restaurant,
What was the name of it?
Rusty's Ristorante,
Okay, good.
in Deer Park.
Yeah, good thing it
I
wasn't
gave
the
it a
Proud
sort
Rooster.
of a southern. I gave it a sort of southern American accent, but I was saying it. I meant to say it in Italian.
Was your grandma still working there?
She worked there as long as she could. Yeah.
She's still alive?
No, she started to die. If
I
you,
don't-
I
I
think
don't
if you
mean
drink.
to laugh at that.
Oh what?
You
That she
said
started to
no.
die?
You said as long as she could, meaning like, did she die while she was still working?
No, the restaurant died before she did.
Okay, good. That makes me feel better. That's why I was laughing, not at her death.
Hey, do your thing, man.
Nah, I'm not that guy.
My mom was like, your grandma's in heaven. And I was like, probably not.
You think
Probably
she was?
not.
Think she
She's
was
in hell.
She thinks she's in hell.
That'd be my guess.
She did some dirt back in her day. Some boys.
If the rumors are true, I'd say what? 99% of people.
Whoa.
At least.
Sometimes you gotta.
At least, yeah.
Sometimes you gotta question the person who created the rumor. Sometimes you gotta question their honesty.
Yeah, I don't necessarily believe it. I'm just saying if it's gonna be one or the other, it would be hell. For me and my grandma, you know what I mean? And my mom.
You just reminded me, when I first met you, you told me I looked like a Christian and a Trump supporter.
Oh, I think because you're hanging out with your friend who has even more of that look.
Oh, Cameron. You think do you think he's got a little bit of like white supremacy in him?
I wouldn't know.
He did just get his first tattoo, but
by default, some would say that all white people have that programmed, and I think that's true to some extent.
So you meant Cameron's jokes were like really right wing?
I don't remember.
You judged him as a right wing guy for some reason. I'm trying to figure it out.
I think it was just his haircut, I think.
Oh, I knew it.
Have you ever taken the Myers-Briggs test?
Yeah, I did a while back.
I am definitely something J. I am definitely judgmental.
Nice. Yeah, I
don't mean to be, but
he's on my Gonzo podcast with me, so
cool.
We were gonna like together interview you, and we could in the future if you're still down. But I figure this is a good like just kind of like brute force, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
Just kind of like if it's shitty, we can just like do a better one, you know. But I liked it so far.
Yeah, what do you think? We're at 57 minutes.
Yeah, I usually cut it off at this point. I was going to ask if there was any final...
We're just rambling, basically. But
yeah, I think it started off strong, though.
Do people like to listen to other people ramble?
Sometimes.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right, is that it? Anything else you wanted to promote to my million viewers?
I'm going to be performing November 10th. Online at the Super Satan Show, an old school it's like a rock and roll internet TV show, local,
online. Nice.
And then on the 16th of November I'll be performing with a bunch of other outcast in air quotes outcast comedians at the Chameleon, also in air quotes Chameleon.
Oh, sweet. I might have to be there.
Wednesday, the 16th.
Oh, is it a showcase?
Yep.
Nice.
And then I'm going to go to like a Thanksging party, but it's invite only.
Oh, shit. Only the cools can come.
True.
Well, I believe that's everything. I like to sort of
nice to meet you, folks.
Decompress. What'd you say?
I said nice to meet you, folks. I was breaking the fourth wall.
And
to the audience.
I forgot. Someone's out there listening to this. All right, cool. Well, I believe that's it, and that's that. So, Jonathan, we loved having you. Hopefully, we'll have you in person. All right.
Yep. One of these days.
All right. Sounds good.
Bye-bye.
Peace.